Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Intentionally Made. So today I just wanted to talk about how to be more intentional in your everyday life. When I found the word intentional and really understood what it meant, it really took on a whole new perspective for me of how I tackled things in my life. Being intentional can really help you focus and maintain more balance, and that is what I was searching for back in 2014. And so if you are in a season where you just feel stagnant, or you're in a rut, or you just feel like life is just not going your way, definitely keep watching this video, because I'm going to share some of my experiences and tips and hopefully encourage or inspire anybody out there that is looking to live a little bit more intentionally. So the first thing about living intentionally is to know and understand what the word actually means. Being intentional means to do on purpose, to be deliberate. So when you are attacking something in your life, often we just pick apart only certain areas of our lives to do this. And for me, it's very important to do this in all areas, because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm not working outside of the home, and I have to figure out, how can I be intentional in my home? How can I make great positive choices that will affect me, affect my children, affect my family, and that will ultimately glorify God? Whatever your belief system is, you need to hone in on that, because I think that is the very most important thing about becoming more intentional, is to figure out what your accountability is, what your drive, what your motivation, what is your fuel that keeps you going. For me, I'm a Christian and I love the Lord, and I knew that if I didn't put time and energy into Him, that everything else was not going to be into place. Everything else would fall apart, and even if I was happy, I'm still not feeding my soul with what drives me and what fuels me on a daily basis. A lot of times it's like we believe in something, but we forget to go back to that, and we forget to pay tribute to that and to pay gratitude towards it. I think it's very important that if you're in a rut or you feel insecure about something, to just have a little bit of me time and to go back to the beginning of what you truly believe and what matters to you most, what brings you joy, and get rid of the things that hinder you in your life. The way by doing that is to break apart each area and really focus on one thing at a time. For me, it was clean eating that I began this whole intentional journey with, and then it just sort of evolved into this crazy holistic lifestyle. I didn't expect it to go that way, or I didn't have this ultimate plan, because I rely on God to really feed my heart and tell me, this feels right, this feels wrong, sort of thing. And so when I started my clean eating journey, it was because I was feeling very insecure, and I was feeling very just bad about the choices that I was making for my body. I wanted to honor my body. I wanted to glorify God through my health, and I had a new baby, and I knew I was going to make him baby food, so I wanted to make sure that I give him the best nutrients possible and organic food and that sort of thing. And so that was important to me, and I knew that that was probably going to be the hardest habit to change. I knew that if I started at the hardest place, that everything else would just sort of slowly fall together. Being intentional is an action and a choice. So you want to be able to look at it like an umbrella, and it just be an umbrella over your whole entire life, all the little threads that are part of your life, and to not get overwhelmed that not everything is going to change overnight. Look at everything and break it down into priorities, and tackle the most important things first in whatever season that you're in, because we're all in different seasons, and what is important to me may not be important to you at the moment. And so you definitely need to kind of work through all of that. So the next thing is to find people in your corner that will encourage you and give you accountability to keep persevering. I know that might sound cliche, but for me, when I was going through that transition, I didn't really have my friends physically around me, and that was very hard on me. I had my mom and I had my husband, and then I was at home with my baby all day. And so I had to sort of regroup and relearn how to communicate with people, and to meet new people. And that was very scary at first, but I knew it was God led. And so I knew that blessings would come from it. Because when I kind of went back and told my friends that weren't around me, it wasn't that they were supportive, they were, but they just didn't really understand what I was going through at the time because they weren't physically around me. And being a mom, it's kind of hard to be on the phone and communicating a lot with your friends that don't live in the same city. And so that got to be a little, emotional at times, but I did accept that's where I was at with my friendships, and I just embraced it and learned to pick up new relationships and then find new accountability that was right next to me. So if you have anybody in your life that is physically around you, talk to them, tell them about what you're going through, and hopefully they will support you through your journey. The next thing that I love is to have something motivational that you can go back to and look at so that you can get extra motivation. I am big on having like vision boards and things written down next to me so I can go back and reread it. I actually have this Kiki K planner that I use for every single thing that is important to me right now in this season. So I've got a lot of stuff, and it can be overwhelming. So I've got it separated to where I can write down my personal goals for each little area of my life, and I can just go to it whenever I want. I don't have to look at them every day. And I don't have to, there's no rules with it in that sense. You do what's comfortable for you. And I would just suggest putting something in your phone digitally or hanging something on the wall. Find just something that's going to continue to motivate you that is not necessarily a person. My favorite verse is, "Know well the conditions of your flocks, and give attention to your herds, for riches do not last forever, and does a crown endure to all generations." This is Proverbs 27, 23, and 24. And that is a verse that has carried me through this journey. I think that finding a verse or scripture or a quote, motivational quote, is something that will really continue to help you stay motivated, stay encouraged, and be inspired. Okay, so let's talk about breaking each section apart and being intentional with those areas of your life. I sort of naturally did this. I didn't really intentionally have an order of how I did it, but it all sort of just fell into place. So I will give you a little breakdown of what I did. In 2013, I focused on clean eating. And then in 2014, I focused on natural living. I took apart the areas that I really wanted to learn about, educate myself on, and research. And the first thing I did was I replaced my medicine cabinet with holistic, natural-based ingredient, medicinal products that would help me and my family out. I obviously still keep more conventional modern medicine, but it's just tucked away in a little cabinet so that it's not the first thing that we go to. We basically go to holistic approaches first, and then we go to modern medicine if that doesn't help. The next thing I did was I focused on changing out my cleaning products. And I did that by just kind of reading the ingredients, learning about different ingredients, and understanding which ones were important to me to switch out. Because depending on your journey, you may not care about a lot of that stuff. And for me, I knew that I wanted to stay away from X amount of ingredients. And then I just started to learn more about different products and if they were truly natural or if it was just a gimmick. And then I just kind of trial and error, learn as I go. And then I fell into Norwex, which is a company that uses microfiber cloths, and they actually embed silver in them so that when you're cleaning, the silver sort of picks up what is put on the cloth, and then it attacks that specific thing. And so from my cleaning products, I basically went further. I started cloth diapering my second son, and Jed I actually had a natural birth with, and so that really upped my game with my holistic living. And I actually have a wonderful story with that I will actually be doing a separate video for this month. I decided I wanted to be a little bit more green too, so I started using cloth napkins, and I hated buying paper towels. And so we just keep a few in the garage if we really need them. But I love reusing my towels. I love just knowing that I can just wash them and I have a whole, fresh new set. So like when you change out things, remember what your why is. Me, I have so many whys why I do these things, and a lot of people probably look at me like I'm crazy or that like I overthink things. That's not the case. It's really just about honoring God and glorifying Him through specific things that I can do in my life. Just know that it takes time, and you're doing it so that you can feel better about yourself, that you can live more simply, so you can just embrace life and not worry about all the yucky stuff that is hindering you from being happy. Things that I'm currently trying to work on right now, which is like my cleaning routines and just getting better at my self-care, and I'm trying to work on my fitness journey right now. So I definitely want to take you along with my currents and give you guys more content in that area. I'm going to leave all my information in the description box below, so if you have any questions at all, definitely feel free to comment or email me. You can find me on Instagram too, because that is actually where I update a lot more. So I really hope that these tips helped you, and hit the subscribe button as well if you like these types of videos, because I will be posting so many more videos that hopefully will be helpful and encouraging to you guys. And it also lets me know that you like my video content and it supports my channel, especially because it is brand new. So I really hope that y'all all have a blessed week, and I will see you in my next video. Peace. And so obviously, like, there's that old saying, the silver spoon, I don't know, anyway, but yeah. And go ahead and hit the go ahead and I suck at this. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so yeah, that is it.